What's up, guys, and welcome to my hero deck profile for our last theme duel. If you want to see a deck I am about to profile in action, check it out on our main channel. But there's a few things out the way at first. This was not a competitive style deck, so it's not the world's most optimal form of heroes. I really want this to be more of an Omni hero build, so you'll see some Dark Hero stuff, but it's really Omni heroes. So first and foremost, triple elemental hero Stratos. He is just so powerful. He lets you he can just search any hero, or any elemental hero or destiny hero, which is more than enough. No hard ones per turn on that. Also, he can pop spell or traps equal to the other number of other heroes you control. So he's a versatile monster. I found times where both of his effects have been useful, have been applicable. I'm happy to have him. Next up is 3 of Elemental Hero Solid Soldier. So if you've been watching all those Dark Hero decks, you notice they don't really play him all that much. But when you're playing with like a more Omni Hero focused build, he is amazing. Because one, we actually do Fusion Summon in his deck, so you will be getting his float effect a lot. And he can just summon any hero you want from your hand. So that can be Stratos, Shadow Mist, like Sion. It's a lot. He's amazing. Next up, the expensive card of the deck, Double Liquid Soldier.
Is it worth the money?
Yeah. Okay. It's not worth the money, but it's so good. He's what really makes him and Sunriser make this deck playable. Because he special summons a monster from the graveyard, so he gives you recursive plays, and when he's used for a fusion summon, it doesn't even matter if he's sent to the graveyard. He can be banished too for like Miracle Fusion, and he'll draw 2 cards and discard 1. We didn't really need much more advantage, and he just delivers anyway. A gorgeous card, and he gives us easy access to Absolute Zero. Can't complain. You can't really have heroes without her. Shadow Mist is just perfect for getting mass change into your plays. If you send her to the graveyard, she searches a hero, and if she's special summoned, she'll search a change card. She's so good, so useful, and if you're gonna play this like yourself, you'll find that she's great with Dark Claw. And then the last Elemental Hero is actually Elemental Hero Honest Neos. He's very common in those dark decks, but he just increases a hero by 2,500 attack, and he's a hand trap, just like Honest essentially. And he's so helpful for closing out games or protecting monsters that you want to have for maybe next turn, and so easily searched. Next up, the Vision Hero package. Just because heroes can't make links, you really do need these guys. So it's very quick to explain how this works. So you have Vision Hero Ferris is a special summon. You pitch a hero, special summon it. It can then activate a Vision Hero from your deck, namely Vision Hero Increase. Increase can, as a continuous trap on your field, can tribute a hero you control, special summon itself, and when it special summons itself, can special summon another Vision Hero from your deck, namely Sion. And so Sion gets an effect when it's special summoned. It can send a hero from deck to graveyard. And also, he can banish a hero to add a poly to hand. That's important in this deck because we really like polymerization. I know, weird, right? And the card that you will be sending other than Shadow Mist with Sion is Malicious. You'll notice I have this blank card here because I actually couldn't find my 3rd for the theme duel. So in a duel, this is actually an upstart. But for you guys, you really want a 3rd Malicious. He makes your link plays so strong. I love him. Next up are the spells. So first up, 3 emergency call. While this card is busted, it can just search an elemental hero. There's no cost, no limitation. You can do as much as you want. So this really makes the deck consistent. Next up is double polymerization. We really do fuse here because we have cards that actually they plus when we fuse. So I'm gonna use it. Speaking of fusions, we now can run double Miracle Fusion because of Sunriser. This card is extremely strong, fusing from the grave. Once again, no limitations, none of that. So you can use this to push as hard as you want. I love it. Next up is double Super Poly. Yeah, I know, like Super Poly is a grimy card, but in like when you're using it in heroes, you're really usually only taking like one monster from your opponent, so it's not too bad. But it's so strong in this deck because, well, one, we love to fuse and we can get a plus off that fusion. But then there's cards like Wonder Driver that can even pick this card up out your grave and just give it right back to you. So you can be super polying all day. And then Omni heroes, they only care about a hero and an attribute, so you can almost always do it. Next up is double mass change because we do run Shadow Mist, and it works really well with all the heroes. Just turns any hero into a mass hero. I think the best part is it's a quick play. That's really the magic of mass change. Then the new card, favorite hero. The only thing bad about this card is that you can't search it. So it equips to a level 5 or higher like hero monster. So that's really just your fusions. And then, if you control a field spell, that monster will gain attack equal to its defense. Also, it lets you activate a field spell from your deck. So, for me, that you'll see that later on, but that's Fusion Recycling Plant. But that can be, like, what's the
Skyscraper?
Skyscraper. That could be Skyscraper or Skyscraper 2, if you want to be on theme, or anything. Mystic Mine. And then the spell one of, so a hero lives, you have to have it. It's just a good hero card. Pay half your life points, get a special summon. Generation Next, the new addition to the deck. Very hard to use because you have to have less life points than your opponents, but a hero lives does let you very easily meet that condition. It'll special summon any hero, any elemental hero, any Karibo, or any Neospatian. So it can work in all of those decks to an extent. You can't use the monster's effect, but it's a free body, and it's a deck that fusion summons. It's great. Then form change, a bit of a spicy card. I started running it because we run Absolute Zero and Mass Hero Acid. So you can take any hero fusion monster and special summon another fusion monster from a mass hero that has the same level as that monster. And most of these guys are level 8, so you can just kind of have at it, whatever works for you. For me, Absolute Zero into Acid is my favorite. And then the bottom 3, Rhoda, Foolish, Recycling Plant. Just consistency, consistency, consistency. And that's it for the main. Now moving on to the extra, the very exciting extra. Triple Sunriser. He is so important because none of our other fusions that off the top of my head actually plus when they're summoned, but he does. He just gets you a Miracle Fusion. And if you did use like a poly to summon him, then you definitely have things in the grave to use with Miracle Fusion. So he's such an aggressive card because if an attack is declared involving any of your other heroes, whether you're attacking with a hero or your opponent's attacking one of the other heroes, he can just target and pop a card. So he just helps you aggress so much in the state of the game. Oh, I always forget, but he even increases the attack of your monsters according to how many different attributes you have on your field. So he's really meant to work with all the different heroes. Like in that Dark Hero deck, you can only ever have 2, but I mean, I can have 3 or 4 on the field at the same time. It is just beautiful. Then Elemental Hero, The Shining. One of my favorites. He's an elemental hero and a light monster. He gains attack for every banished elemental hero, and when he's sent to the graveyard, can even get you 2 of your banished heroes back to your hand. He's so useful with Miracle Fusion. Like, you should definitely run him. Then so not so great. Elemental hero Gaia, another Omni hero. It's just a elemental hero in Earth. He can cut a monster in half and he'll gain that attack. And that's all he does. You use him because we run Earths. Then elemental hero Escuridao. That's the Omni hero of Dark. So elemental hero in a dark. Gains attack for every different elemental hero in your graveyard. Really, that's just what he does. We run Dark, so we run him. Then elemental hero Great Tornado, probably one of the best of the Omni heroes, can slice the attack and defense of all face-up monsters your opponent controls when he's summoned. So really, in my opinion, he's better than Gaia. He just doesn't gain the attack, but he's 2800, so that's pretty potent. Then Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. So good. So it doesn't actually do anything on summon. It just gains attack for every face-up water monster you control. But Absolute Zero, when it leaves the field, will destroy all monsters your opponent control. He just does that. And what's fun is, in the deck that Fusion summons, we actually can send this thing off the field very easily, even for a Link summon. But like I mentioned before, I love using Form Change into this guy, Mask Hero Acid. So Mask Hero Acid, when it's summoned, can destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. And it also can drop their attack by 300 when it does that. So I really love this card in that Dark Magician matchup because, well, they play a lot of spells, and between Acid and Absolute, I can really give them a hard time. Next up is Masked Hero Dian, the Earth Masked Hero. It's really cool. If it destroys a monster by battle, it can special summon a level 4 or lower hero from your deck. So that's Stratos, Shadow Mist, and you just get pluses off of it. It's great if you can find an opportunity to use it. This is an aggressive deck, so things that get effects when they destroy a monster by battle aren't all that bad. Speaking of which, Masked Hero Anki. In the similar vein, when Masked Hero Anki can destroy a monster by battle, he can go ahead and get you a change card. And you know, they're quick plays, so if this is your battle phase, you can do it whenever you want. And now for the links. So double Extra Hero Cross Crusader. It would be at 3, but you see how many of these guys there are. I want to run as many Omni Heroes as I could. He's great with the Vision Hero package. They set him up extremely easily. He summons a Destiny Hero from the grave. He can tribute the Destiny Hero to search for a hero card. He's just great, and he of course gives you 2 great arrows. The other link to, and arguably my favorite, is Wonder Driver. So Extra Hero Wonder Driver can recover a fusion spell or a change spell from your grave if you summon a hero to a zone it points to. This card can be kind of difficult to set up if you're not using the Vision Heroes, but when you do, you just get so much advantage because you're just getting things like Super Poly back and like Mass Change back. It's just amazing. And last but certainly not least, our link 3, Extra Hero Dread Decimator. So like Escuridao, it gains attack for every different hero in your grave, but also it gives it to any monster it points to. And you see it as 3 arrows, so you have more than enough space to work with to really just bulldoze through your opponent. Also, if he attacks a defense position monster, he does piercing. It's just a great card.
And before they ask, why is there no Dark Law in this extra deck?
There is no Dark Law in this extra deck because this was a for fun game. And I don't care what you say, Dark Law is not a for fun card.
Yeah, I can add it in your deck and home. Sure.
I mean, I'd have fun, but my opponent won't.
All right, so any closing words about heroes?
This deck works way better than it should. It just flows really well. No, there's no other archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! That where its old cards work extremely well with its new cards.
All right, well, I guess that's it for the profile. Thumbs up if you guys liked it. Subscribe, of course.
And remember, sub, because we got way more coming.
And go watch that theme duel. All right, that's it.